Lakers brought to you by Mercury Insurance. I'm Alec Clifton alongside the two Tar Heels. Danny Green, the Hall of Famer. Big game. James Worthy. How are we doing?
Good.
All good?
Yeah, solid.
Good win last night?
Fabulous.
Good.
I understand you had you got to see The Wizard of Oz.
Favorite. For everyone that knows, obviously, a lot of people that have tuned in here, I don't watch movies, but that is one that I have seen. You just learned.
I just learned that last week, yeah.
Also, Happy New Year to the both of you.
Same to you.
I have a 2-week window. After 2 weeks.
Saying Happy New Year?
Yeah.
Okay.
To someone I see for the first time. Yeah.
That makes sense. That's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess, mine's like a couple days.
What's your take on Christmas lights? How long do you keep those up?
I didn't put them up this year.
Oh, okay.
We're moving on. Because, obviously, last night's win, it was a lot closer than it should have been. However, the Lakers got... there we go. Right, because it's hard to win in this league, right? So a win is a win. They do improve to a league best 3-0 in 13-0, in clutch games.
Yeah.
And sometimes that's what it comes down to. Danny, I'll start with you.
It does. It does mean that means something. But I mean, if you want to be a serious contender or a team that's looking at or looked at as a championship caliber team, you got to win the tough games. But these ones, they do count. They do matter because any given night in the association, any team can give you a hell of a run. Just like we've seen in OKC, Charlotte Hornets had got hot. So these are professionals out there. Regardless of who you play, you step on the floor, you got to respect them. You got to play the right way, and they have done so against those teams. And they're showing that they have some character when it comes down the stretch when the game is close. So that is something. But they do have to tighten up some bolts and figure out why they either lose by a lot or win in close time. So.
That's a good point.
Yeah, some of the toughest games are against teams who are trying to raise themselves up. They're not there yet. They're below 500, and particularly when you're LeBron James and Luka and the Lakers come to town, you're trying to have one of your best performances that night. So that's what they're up against. Up into the third quarter, I was like, kind of shaky. But then we talked about this last week when you have two closers like, LeBron and Luka out there to kind of make things work for you down the stretch. And I think, we talked about their 11-0 run in clutch situations. Now it's 13-0. So we know they can play defense. It's just a matter of them, making it consistent for, at least 42 minutes.
Yeah, and doing it against the really good groups. The team's above 500.
Above 500, correct.
We are going to get into LeBron here in just a minute. He had 30, but also Luka did too. But the trash talk down the end for Luka especially.
I mean, he does it all game. I mean, he's going to find a fan.
Fun.
It is fun. He's going to find a fan. He's going to find somebody. Whoever says anything, whispers to him during the game, he's going to let you know, especially when you get to close it out from a deep tray ball behind the screen, to really close out the game. But, that's what he thrives in. He plays his best basketball, and some of the greats, that's when they step up to the plate. When guys kind of challenge them or talk trash them, and this is the shot I'm talking about.
Yeah,
hits the tray, lets the fan know, sit down, be quiet, watch me, this is what you came to do, so I'm going to give you a show.
Yeah, Maximus. Are you entertained? Yeah, he's a gladiator too out there because he just destroys people. And whether you're talking to him or not, he's gonna give you some kind of attitude after he hits a shot like that. And it's just a big part of his personality, and that's what people come to see.
So obviously the Lakers are on the second night of a back-to-back. Last night in the post-game interview, LBJ made it very clear every back-to-back going forward this season is TBD.
TBD.
Why? Because he's 41. So he is out tonight. He'll miss the second night of this back-to-back, but he didn't play like a 41-year-old last night. Big game, 38-8. He took over in the fourth to obviously spark that comeback. He's averaging 25 a game over his last 12. Not only is he producing, but he's impacting winning.
Yeah, the formula he's had this far to get him to 40 has been amazing. Breaking Kareem's record amongst other things. But now he's 41 and he's smart or smarter. And this is his new strategy. Look, I'm not going to try to force myself to play back-to-back. I'm going to try to keep being, efficient and consistent and injury-free if I can. So he's willing to, take that attitude now, and I think it's going to, be good for him at the age of 41 because he's still he still has father time on the
he
ropes.
hasn't played like a 41-year-old at all ever in his career, or even a 40-year-old. For the last month or so, he's been unbelievable. This is smart because the bigger picture is, February, March, April, May, and June. But he wants to be healthy and fresh in early game in January against the Spurs, which, again, they're a really good group, young group. There's no reason to force the issue right now. So he knows what he needs. He knows what his body needs. He's been the best in the game, undeniably, about that. Nobody's done a better job on taking care of their bodies than LeBron James. So you got to trust it. And if he needs to take the seat, take a break, rightfully so, sit this one out.
The 38-8, but the one turnover and the amount of time on the floor obviously is a good reflection of mental focus and clarity as well. Good sign there from LeBron James, who, again, in case you're just joining us,
2 dunks or 2. It's like in the stretch, he's probably averaging about 2 or 3 backdoor dunks as well.
At 41 years old.
And elevated way over the rim, like way over.
That one lob, he was hitting 2 elbows top of the square. It was crazy, kind of crazy.
Make it make sense. The assignment in the NBA, it's simple. Win the game you're playing that day. The Lakers did that against the Western Conference worst Pelicans, but they haven't fared so well as you see it here against the league's better teams. 15 games against above 500 clubs, a 7-8 record, getting outscored by nearly 8 a game. In their last 4 games against such teams, they are just 1-3. So they are facing a team that is above 500 tonight, of course, second in the West at 25-11. It's the 3rd meeting between the Lakers and Spurs, and they've split the matchup so far this season. LA has not won a game against an above 500 team. How about this? Since December 14th. That was against Phoenix. And coming in, he was not yet announced to play because the Spurs are on the second night of a back-to-back. But Wemby is available, and he will be playing tonight. So that does not make the assignment any easier.
No, not at all. And the fact that they've lost a couple games as well. They lost one they shouldn't have against Memphis the other night. They've lost to Portland, Cleveland, Utah, so some games they've dropped, and I'm sure they're coming in with a little chip on their shoulder. Maybe some cup final, blues, they've taken a dip. The Knicks have taken a dip, and, he had a great night off the bench. Minute restriction, I'm assuming he's going to have the same type of restriction, but he's still balling regardless off the bench. So, these guys are going to come in with a chip on their shoulder, and it seems like every team that comes in here, we discussed that they have like 1 or 2 losses and have something to prove. Not given the fact they're playing against the Los Angeles Lakers in this is not in LA, but anytime you're playing the Lakers, there's always extra little added fuel to that fire. So,
yeah, I mean, it seems like everybody's like trying to catch their second win right now. You see Oklahoma losing some game, San Antonio, the Lakers have had their ups and downs, and so you want to get that second win before All-Star break, so everyone's going to be pushing these next few weeks to get some wins. But I'm kind of glad LeBron is sitting out, because San Antonio is hungry for a win. They are hungry, so it's going to be intense. They want that win. Maybe with LeBron out, that might take a little bit off, but it's a good night to take off for a 41-year-old, because San Antonio needs a win. I think they're going to be intense, as Danny said.
Big picture here. We need LeBron James in April, May, and June.
You know who doesn't take nights off? He's always available. We're going to check in with him now. His name is Mike Trudell. He's joining us live from San Antonio. Hello, Mike.
Professional.
Professional.
Hey, my job's a little easier than LeBron James's job. Let's just say that.
Fair.
So that was where we started, Allie, with JJ Redick, and he explains this isn't just LeBron resting. Okay, he's got a lot of stuff going on in his body that does take some time, especially at age 41, as we can all, except for Allie, who is younger, attest to. Once you get to this kind of an age, and I'm only a couple years older than LeBron, everything is sore, and that's without playing NBA basketball. So here's how JJ explained what LeBron has to go through, and then getting into the matchup against San Antonio when Wemby's on the court and when he's off the court, and the stress that puts on a defense and an offense.
It's a lot of it is based on his injuries and just the management of those. His foot typically day after a game is sore, so that's the primary thing. And I talked to him today in the meal room. We were hoping that he gets to the point where he can play in back-to-backs with his body, but this stretch and this month it's going to be tough to say that. We hope he's available, but a lot of it is how he wakes up the next morning.
For San Antonio, we're still waiting to find out if Wemby is going to play or not. He played the first game, did not play the second. How do you do almost like 2 different game plans to account for when he's on the floor, when he's not? And even if he does play, it might be limited minutes like last night to 20.
Yeah, I mean, you're going to have Wemby special coverages like you would for any star player. In terms of their rim protection, with Cornette, that doesn't change. I mean, he's been one of the best in the league this year. Having both those guys in the lineup, present some challenges. And then just the ability to contain the basketball with their guards and finding, Champagny, who's playing at a really high level and shooting the crap out of the basketball right now, and Harrison Barnes. So there's a lot that goes into stopping them. There's a lot that goes into scoring on them. They have a really good offense and a really good defense.
What did Rui get out of South Bay today? And then also any minutes restriction for Gabe tonight?
Rui did some, not as much, not as like a full practice with them, but he was able to get on the court a little bit. Gabe will be, he'll have a restriction, 18 minutes probably.
All right, so as you saw JJ hint at the end there, Ali, Gabe Vincent will return, so that's some good news. He'll be on a minutes restriction, as will Victor Wembanyama. He is going to play. He played about 20 minutes last night in San Antonio's loss at Memphis. Expect that he would be around that range again, so they'll continue to bring him off the bench. But as JJ also mentioned, very capable Luke Cornette has been excellent for them in the starting lineup. So they are mostly healthy. Just no Devin Vassell in the starting lineup, and we know the Lakers are without Rui and Austin Reeves, and in this case, LeBron James. So going to be a tough one. We'll see who can step up in the absence.
I don't know, Mike Trudell. That was heavy lifting that you just delivered right there. We appreciate it.
Give yourself more credit. Definitely a hard job.
Give yourself a little more credit, my friend.
Well, thank you, Ellie. Okay.
We'll talk to you later in the show. We're heading to break with Austin Reeves on the sideline. Jake.